we have to listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we have to listen what does it really want? I want to go to a birthday, I want to give you a present. And I say, well, this is what I like, but I can also feel, is it something that is compatible with you? Yeah. And then they did a lot of study with praying, the effect of prayer.
Oh yeah?
There have been a lot of studies on that, and it works. You can really say praying works. But the best prayer is, but they found that you really leave it open, that thou will or pass, how do you say this in English, that you really ask for the good, for the person, ask for the blessing and everything, but then you give it to the cosmos and you trust that the best thing will happen. Yeah. So there is a lot to tell also about intentions, and because they really, really work, good intentions. And I really, Lima Tega did a lot of work on that and other people. So, and we also work with it because it's, you're focused, because you connect with the energy and you're directed with your intention. That is the most powerful thing you can do. I always say, well, there is a lot of, negative energies moving around, literally. But I think first you have to start to embrace your own demons.
Yeah,
the same.
Yeah.
And because it's so in, so out, what you see there is telling you something about you.
Yeah.
And when you can clean it here, then you can help to harmonize it there.
I noticed so many times that when I solved something and I solved it and transformed it, that immediately many people in my environment also were free of that. So it's working like that, yes. Yeah. And everything is one in the end.
Everything is one. Yeah. Everything is energy. Yeah. But it's diversity in unity, or we're all different and we are all one, and that's the paradox. But that's all quantum mechanics. It doesn't work, you can understand it at a certain level and it stops. So it's all one and it isn't. It is and it isn't. That's the whole thing. It's all matter and it is all energy. So what is it?
Yeah, but if you talk about this zero field, you also mean source, I think, or some people call it God, maybe.
Yeah. Well, God is, I think,
Don't you think?
I think they probably call it. What is the name? The Holy Spirit in Christianity. The Heilige Geest in Dutch. And God is, I think it all develops to more consciousness. So there is energy, 0 point, there's a story, a script, so to say, information. And that links, you have a script, something, you come on this planet in a body and you develop consciousness.
Yeah, I'm thinking about this Ho'oponopono. I'm certain you know that.
Yeah.
They say it's there's also some kind of a zero field, I think, what they mean, and then everything is thought by us, and if something exists that you say sorry, forgive me, that I see it like that, and then it can go back to the zero.
Yeah.
So everything is like a wave coming up and going back in this.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me and thank you. And it's so powerful. It's so powerful. In only 4 sentences, it's incredible.
Also responsibility,
Yeah. But then you can also feel, and so this is what we can all sense this. This is our intuition. So we have our mind, but our intellect is only part of the mind. And we identify with our thoughts. And more people say, well, I'm also feeling. Yes, that you always did, but it's good to be aware of. And this feeling mode is also connected with your intuition. So you have your left side more, say, the L of logica, and the right side is more your imagination is there. So you can really have access with your imagination to this field and also sense it over there.
I think in this new era, we need to learn this. We need to.
Yes.
You know this already. You do this for, I don't know, 30 years, something like that. But many people don't have a clue
No, no, no. Yeah, that's true, and that is. I understand because there's so many beautiful souls, and when I look at the younger generation, and many of them really, we say in Dutch, they walk with the soul under the arm, meaning you don't know what to do, what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
And I can understand this because they connected more with the future than with the past. They all bring something new, and it doesn't fit with this present world.
Yeah.
But I think each soul that comes on this planet has a gift for life.
Yeah.
And you really do, because you come to Mother Earth and you bring a present just for her, and that's your ticket. So you come to the party and you bring something special.
Yeah.
And many people forgot they have a gift for life that we all have. And so you also have to wait, when can I give it, when can it be received, and also what was my gift, because you can such a turmoil in a big party. The party is a little bit out of hand at the moment, but they have this gift, and I'm really serious about this. So you can only find it when you go inward.
Yeah.
And then you can connect with your heart as you are, and feel who am I? What am I going to do here? But the answer is there.
Yeah.
So it can really come into you, and then you feel, oh, this is my purpose, this is what I'm doing. Yeah. And then you connect, with your intuition, because this is what we need. The intellect can't solve the problems. We can't be faster at artificial intelligence with our mind. We're losing this, and we have robotic 3D printing, digital, so it's enormous what is going on. But the only thing that gives us an advantage, that will allow us in time traveling and everything, is our intuition. That's the other part we never used. When we start doing this, then it can take off. So this is what we have to learn and to teach, and all the possibilities.
Yeah, I think this is the most important thing at the moment. The work you do, you're teaching a lot of people here in this beautiful environment.
In the forest,
in the forest.
Campfire. No, we don't. Playing the guitar.
Yes, I also do a little bit of that, like communication with animals.
Yes,
actually, it's the same principle. And all this energy work and intentions and everything. I think this is the new world also, that we come from a more three-dimensional world, and now we are going into this unseen part.
Yes, yes.
The things you can feel, and more sensitive and everything.
Yeah.
So for most of the people this is quite new, but we have to learn it, because otherwise we are lost in this.
Yes, it's our full potential. So it's really mind moves matter, like you say.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you can do this together, because we are living here in a kind of world we share, and we have shared because it's a common world, it's a community. Yeah. So it's also that you don't need to believe me, please don't. We have to experience together, and together you can go in this journey, you can travel into these fields, you can travel time. This is all possible.
Yes.
You see, and also you mention now you work with animals. So, and people say, well, you can speak with animals and everything. It sounds, but it is true.
Yeah.
Because I mentioned consciousness, and everything has consciousness.
Yes.
It richly has, and with consciousness you can communicate. So it's not like in English, well, my dog, how are you? But it can answer. It will give a signal. It gives me the intuition it is right or wrong. Yeah. And also that again you can share with other people. And then, I said in the beginning, we do the intentions, you can really connect with the consciousness, the deva, and then we go, how we call it. Yeah. But it's there. You can ask, what do you need?
Okay.
What do you need? What kind of intention? Where do you want to go?
Yeah.
I know when I help you with my mind, and it's so strong, to picture this healthy forest, you can help the forest. Literally, what is doing this.
Yeah.
And this is the whole magic about. Yeah. And then you feel, and this is so moving when I discovered this, that in fact, the only thing at the moment what the planet wants to be seen from the heart.
Wow.
And to say, wow, you are so beautiful. And we are only bothered with ourselves.
On the computer the whole day.
And and the world will literally, will unfold. And this is something, again, you can feel, because you can feel this with your hands. When you take a flower, and you feel the energy, and then you say from your heart, I love you, it will go like this. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And when you say, I don't like you, it will shrink.
Ah.
Yes, they say, and I do that with the whole group. I recently did. I said, I don't want to say this. And then, no, we make it up. Please, but I want to give them this experience. And I say, we connect with the flower. Oh, it's beautiful energy. Now you say, I love you to the flower. And I go, whoa, you feel it growing. This is happening.
It's also happening.
Just by your thoughts.
Yeah.
And then I say, now you have a negative. I don't want it. You only think it. And then you feel, and I can also learn to see this, but the whole group is doing like this. But then, so it's not bad to have a fight, but you have to make it up. And then you say again, I love you, it's even bigger.
Oh!
See? Wow, yeah.
Whoa, that's good news. That's good news.
But you can really feel it, so the whole world is
interesting.
radiating.
That's what happened with us, mankind, actually.
Yeah.
Because we were not so nice to each other in the world. And there's so much fighting going on, and especially in the business world. But if we work together, we have a complete other world, I think.
Yeah.
And why not? Eh?
Yeah, but it is also the ho'oponopono, it's the forgiveness.
Yeah.
And you see all this forgiveness is in nature.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. We came walking up. We had this deer walking. I never seen it so close.
Wow.
But now you had the YouTube movies in Corona. All the animals are moving in the cities. So they're really curious who we are. Because what is this human world? And they always said, well, it's too noisy. They're too busy. And they're hunting me. But they really come out to watch. Then we had dolphins in the canals of Venice. Isn't this incredible? But it was happening in a few weeks.
Yeah.
So it can come back. It's all waiting for us.
Yeah. And we have to take a step back and look at it and enjoy it more, I think, also. Because actually what we're talking about is working with this energy. Okay, it's a little bit difficult to learn for people, I think, but if you understand, it's also pleasure. It's joy, isn't it?
Yeah.
You learn something and then you can enjoy it all the time.
I think that's the most important thing of life, that we learn, but also that we really enjoy.
Yeah.
And I really think, this is really meant to be a party, life.
Yeah.
And life has been on this planet for several billions of years. And you see, when you look at mankind, we are coming to the stage, when we take a 12 hours, it's just very short before 12.
Yeah.
But I really think this whole stage was designed, we are the most honored guests of the party.
Yeah.
This whole stage was developed for us, and Mother Earth, when there was a big all-you-can-eat buffet, and we come here, so, wow, this is great. But we robbed the whole buffet and chasing the animals and each other, and Mother Earth said, hey, this was not meant to be, what is this? And I really feel it's like this, but she's a really caring mother, and mothers have problems with getting angry with their children. This is Mother Earth. So, hey, listen, I prepared this party with all the other kids, we were waiting for you, and now you're here and you're making a mess of it. And she can get really angry now, and she never was, and all those, well, God, what am I gonna do? So what are my children? And so, and now we have a time out, and this is Corona, and so I hope she won't get angry.
But Hans, okay, this is Corona. Some people also tried, I have two questions. Some people tried to do a healing, that Corona was gone and everything, and there was a worldwide meditation in the beginning of, what April, May? March maybe, I don't know. And I thought, okay, that is a good idea, a meditation like that.
Of course.
But not against Corona, because I think we need it. And if we say goodbye to Corona, what else? We need something to change, don't you think?
Yeah, exactly, you tell it right. So, if we try to get rid of Corona, something else will pass by for another lockdown, because it's connect with yourself, with your own true nature.
Yes.
And accept who you are. You are made to be great. And now please start realizing this.
Yeah. And do you also think that people who are worried and afraid and a little bit lost their own connection are more, how do you say that, more available for being ill by Corona? Or
well, we started the whole with the stress. And it's already known for medicine, the more stress you have in your body, the more vulnerable you are.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
even when you have
Yeah.
stressy thoughts, you're weakening your immune system. There's a lot
Okay.
of research been done to this.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
more you have inner peace, you're calm and grounded, the
Yeah.
more coherent, your energy is, and the more protection, because there's
Okay.
also your protection in
Yeah.
your field. It's
Yeah.
all the field. So, and always say, death will knock on your door sooner or later, and when it's your time to go, you will go, and it can be corona or even a
Yeah.
flu,
Yeah.
but it's your path, and life will give you signs and knocks to learn.
Yeah.
And it can be corona, it is now for the whole human race happening, but it can also be something else.
Yeah. Yeah. But the biggest lesson is that we have to find our own balance again. But what to do? Because, okay, the lockdown is a little bit going away. Not
Getting
so,
loose,
yeah.
loose down.
Not
yeah.
really lockdown. We are here.
Yeah, we are here. Well, we have 1.5 meter distance. So,
Yeah. But okay. But after that, we can't go on. We can't go on as before.
No.
So all this 5G and everything is going on.
Yeah.
You know? What can we do? What can we do? All
well,
this
to
technical.
start breathing
Yeah.
and come to ourselves.
Yeah.
And and don't get afraid,
Okay.
because fear
Yeah.
is the opposite of love.
Yeah.
And being in your loving state, you can really change the world. And fear will get you off your path. And I learned this over 30 years of work, and we're working global. We work in cities, in large parks, that we can heal the world. Now, it's a beautiful song from Michael Jackson, but it's true, we can heal the world. So this is possible, but going, connecting with ourselves. You see, and then there is so much possible in doing this.
Yeah.
That's the whole story. And
Yeah.
it's, in a way, so simple. It's
Yeah.
really simple.
Yeah. There are also people who are very angry and upset about this 5G. There's kind of a war going on sometimes.
A war going on. Well,
There's a 5G thing.
yes, but I think everything we create, what divides, we can heal. And that's a lot, but I know we can do, and it's all possible. And so this is already something. And they really, although science said, well, this mind force, because this is when you work with your intention and your heart, it's coming from inside. It's mind over matter. This is stronger than the force working in the atom. So, when we realize this, so you can really bend. Well, Uri Geller did this. It was not a trick. He teaches people now, you look at the spoon, you can bend metal. And all the other people show this.
So you mean you better do it from the peace inside
Yeah.
than fighting and fighting with things outside. That's
Yes,
the government
I
and
don't
everything.
like it at all. But I didn't like the other things either. And I have now a smartphone. But one day some patterns came and said, what is this? And they showed to be symbols. You can harmonize the frequencies of your smartphone.
Okay.
So I have to now, on my smartphone, and we give them to my students and sell them to other people, and you can really feel the difference.
Okay.
And I had doctors, and they were doing measurements on devices, and people turning on the smartphone, and the doctor was expecting a lot of change. And he said, well, your smartphone doesn't work. That's what people said. I didn't turn it on. No, otherwise I would see it here. So it really means you can measure that it works. And this you can also use for your computer, everything with Bluetooth. And I really think, and that we can also have some symbols, how weird it may sound, we can put on the transmitters. We can harmonize a lot of the frequencies.
Okay.
Because
so we don't have to stop all this.
No, we have to be aware what we are creating. And it's now getting faster than we can cope with, and it's making us afraid and splitting us. And that can cause the war between us. But when we are aware of this and, hey, hello, leave it there, we can also find an answer. I really think this is possible. So in a way I'm quite hopeful, although time is ticking. It was already 4 minutes 4:12. We can do this.
Yeah.
But I really think there is, there is also possible to develop, call it harmonizers or symbols, and are already there. People are experimenting this also for large scale. So we can harmonize the disturbing frequencies, because those frequencies, at the moment about more than 1 million telephone calls are going through our body. And other things there, and the doing is every day. And now we got more 5G, but it is already more. There's already a lot of things happening. And still, you are about 50 trillion cells. That's a lot of things going on in your body. And still you are here and we have this conversation. So we could get crazy about other things. We don't. That's a positive thing.
Something is stronger.
No, I think, because also we found all the pollutions we had with the oil spills in the seas, the coming bacteria, but we have to work with Mother Earth and invite her and to listen and to learn from nature. There are so many solutions in nature, we're already working with them. We can do this. So in a way we have to be alert, be realistic, and that makes me taking my breath, what is all happening, and then I have to go inside and I feel okay, it's all there, and then don't get afraid and look for the answers in myself.
Wow.
And see what you find. But it can be done. Yes.
Yeah. And you told you are doing something with your students too. How do you call that? Something in the future. You can also do some energy work
in a way,
in the future.
We all do things in the future, and we are not aware that we are the only creatures on this planet, and perhaps dolphins, but we can travel time. You do every day when you think of the past. That's normal for us, and we think about, where do I want to go to holiday? Oh, I won't go to holiday, it's Corona. But this is, and most of the time we're thinking about things happening in the future coming upon us. We're very busy with this. Wow, how to respond to me. And it is normal, but it's for the most creatures it's only now. So this is something we also have to learn. Okay, so I can go into the future and sense what is there. You have now a whole very popular theory, you working in management, is the emerging future. What is coming from the future? What wants to be seen? People doing it, but you can really go in there also with a group of people and sense what is the best future. That's possible.
Yeah.
And also when you do an affirmation and positive, you're sending it out into the future because it's something you want to reach. It's a goal. And even when you're working with the golden mean, the Fibonacci sequence, you can really predict when that can even happen with you. It's also possible. To get more consciousness on events falling upon to you can affect chance. And also this has been being researched, and we can affect chance with also our mindset. But what you meant tomorrow, I have my fourth year students here, and I will teach them how to balance, send energy to a tree in the future.
Okay.
So you can send energy here to a tree, and the interesting thing is you can give a tree Reiki, and people say, okay, do what's happening, but you can feel the energy of the tree, it was doing, you give energy, and it is expanding, so the radiance is growing bigger. We do that with a group in the first year, and everybody is moving backward because they're feeling it. It's nice to film this for you, nice experiment. Then, in the second year, they learn to do this remotely. So one part of the group is sitting here, and the other one is standing at the tree, and they will start sending energy from here, and the group will say, wow, it's happening on a distance.
Okay.
It's all on the same moment. And tomorrow, they have to pick a tree in couples. And the next day will be in 1 month. And then we say, okay, you will balance this tree in such a way that the balancing will arrive on that day, say it's June the 28th, on 10 o'clock in the morning. And you're sending, so this is the future, this is now, you're sending this balance somewhere in between. So I can do it tomorrow. So I send it tomorrow to this date. Then I wait.
Okay.
So and then in 1 month we all stand around a tree And then you can say, well, it may be self-fulfilling prophecy, all waiting for this energy. Well, when the student did this job well together, so they're checking them, then you feel, it's almost like the Terminator something.
Okay.
Well, it is,
Yeah.
you're working from counter space, and it's trembling, and you feel, whack, this energy is coming. But there are also trees, nothing is happening, and we're waiting for the train. And then we ask, what did you do, the student? And then you can precisely say, hey, but there you went from the track, you didn't work, right? You can teach people how to work in time. And I'm happy they make mistakes, because otherwise we say, yeah, we're expecting this to arrive, come on. It isn't. And the beautiful thing is you can teach this, you can do this together, and you can check upon each other.
But I see a lot of possibilities for the whole world at the moment.
Yes.
If we work together with some people who are, let's say, aware of what's needed. And not only for themselves, for their own business, but for the whole Earth, Mother Earth, and the animals and the trees and everything. If we work together, we can do something beautiful.
And you already mentioned people do meditations together, and that's really very powerful. So please go on with this. But it still can be heard better what is needed from the other part. So when we do, what kind of intention is really needed? What present does Mother Earth wants to receive from us?
I think it's a great idea if we can do something like that and ask everybody in the world to join us with their heartfelt intentions, like more attention for Mother Earth, a clean air, clean water, the forests, the rainforest and everything, that kind of things.
But also the thing is, it's not done with once.
No.
I mean, now I did something good, I gave them money, and then they will do something good with it.
It's attention.
It needs repetition. So that is the other thing of rhythm. So nature is rhythm. You have the seasons. It's also time is in rhythm. So I mean, it's like building the blueprint. So it's about getting a blueprint there, and that will have an attraction, like we say. But it's in the field, and we have a white page, and you write on it, and then you can. That's your intention. You're writing something there, but it's very. You have to write it again. And then it's getting better, and then it's getting bold. And then it starts to be a blueprint, and then you have to stop. And it shows also, it needs about 10 times to really do a repetition of your intention, to really get this blueprint that's really in the field is working.
Okay. But for instance, if we want another economical system in the world, I think we need that. Yes. Quite clear why, but okay, then first you need to think about a new system. And then if you have a good idea about it, you can try to manage maybe that donut economy. That's quite interesting. Something like
But there's nothing is endlessly growing in nature. It's not necessary. It's a cancer. So a system that is based on growth is something,
more.
And this is also now we have a recession now, and well, it's, and I really think when we get back to this party, that life is good, and you are here on a planet that's taking care of you, really. And when you're really here, you're giving your present to life, it's been taking care of you, and you will have enough to live your life and to be happy. And money can't buy me love, that's a good Beatles song. It doesn't make you happy to be very, very rich. You need a certain amount of money to do your thing. But nobody ever asks for the smartphone. There are so many things, being the advertisement, and they all work because they make us feel unhappy. Why you need this, you need that, I don't have that, you have it, oh God. And if we get out of this, of this world, then you feel what you really need. But it's much lesser, and it's also now with the corona time. And many doctors are now saying, I don't have enough patients. And many people say, in fact, I'm healthy. I don't need to go to this doctor. You know, in the early days, the shamans were not paid, but they were fed by the community to keep people healthy.
Yeah.
And when people were getting sick, the shaman was thrown out because he did a bad job. You see? So the whole pharmaceutic industry is living on sick people.
I think this kind of things are changing already. And we can help this process by our using our intentions.
Yeah, but you know, but it all starts with you.
Yeah.
And they say, think happy, be happy.
Yeah.
And this is, it all starts with you. And this is bringing you home to yourself and this connecting with yourself and really feeling, who am I? You know, and they can discover so many things. And this is also when you study the Huna tradition from the Kahunas, the wisdom keepers on Hawaii. It's such a powerful way of looking at men, and very simple, but it's very true. They say, well, you have a body, you know, that is your home. And this body is garnered by your lower self. It's also, you're sharing this spirit, this lowest consciousness is really garnering your energy, and you have to have a good connection with your body, because it's like almost like you're driving with a horse.
Yeah.
And you're driving with your horse through the forest and then to your destiny. And you say, well, where is this? Where am I looking? There's so much things going. But then you have your guardian angel, your sun, your higher self. And that's really looking above the forest, and you, where am I go? So, left and right, okay, thank you. And when you do this, then you're on your track. And they say, in fact, this is the only thing you have to do first. Because when you are a whole person, then you can give this to somebody else. And that is not selfish, but you can only give what you got.
Yeah.
See?
Beautiful. Yeah.